to crank up the waves and get that rip current risk going. So that's going to be as a result of Ernesto through the weekend. Again, that's going to be something that we are watching carefully for you. So again, the weather is going to be near perfect to get into the water, but it is going to be a little bit dangerous as well. There is Ernesto, that big blob of green there heading towards Bermuda. So I'll try to get its eye going a little bit. All this orange on the map, it's that drier air we were talking about. Typically, we don't get cold fronts this far south in Florida this time of the year, but with this extra northwesterly wind, northerly wind, because of Ernesto way out into the Atlantic, it helped to push in that drier air much further than it typically does. So this is going to be a fantastic, nice break. Certainly very pleasant for August standards tonight, and really for the weekend. 79 by 9, back to the mid-70s by 1. We'll bottom out in some places tonight in the upper 60s. It's going to feel nice tomorrow morning. We're going to talk much more about that in your 7-day forecast, guys, coming up in about 15 minutes.
We can talk about that all day.
Let's do it.
Thank you.
Keep it coming.
Yeah. Well, now at 6:30, the countdown to game number 2 is on. The Lake Mary All-Stars are up in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, representing the Southeast region at the Little League World Series, and boy, are they doing it in style.
Yeah, the team from Seminole County got their first win Wednesday night against the team from South Dakota that was representing the Midwest. In case you missed it, it was a nail-biter, but the boys pulled out a 2-1 win, keeping those championship hopes alive. It is double elimination, by the way.
Yeah, okay, so they're not coming home anytime soon. So this has been such an exciting week, getting to know these kids and hearing from them and just really basically cheering them on.
Right, News 6's Justin Warmoth is up in Williamsport. He might be their biggest fan, I think. He's being our eyes and ears at the World Series. He joins us live tonight. Justin, it looks like a great night for some baseball out there.
Little chill in the air, Matt. I mean, I know you guys got a
Rub
little
it
chill
in.
there. I've been listening to some of the broadcasts, but it is certainly, it doesn't feel like it does right now in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Look at all my friends. Hey, Disney World, can you beat this? This is a kid's paradise, Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Look how much fun they're having. They were just like, hey, can we be on TV? I said, why not? Why not?
That's great.
This is all about the kids. In fact, Lake Mary's starter right there is Lewis Callow. You can see him talking to the coach, getting warmed up for tonight's big game. The team from Puyallup, Washington on the field, finishing their infield-outfield routine. Now, this has been a really great day. I've had a lot of fun. It's starting to get pretty packed out here. I also had a chance to talk to one of the players live in the 5 o'clock hour, and he had a message for the team from Washington.
They're a pretty good team, but I think we're better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What have you guys been doing today?
We've been practicing, went to the rec room, and we watched the Hawaii game. Then we laid down to play them,
Play them.
get rest.
I like what you said earlier. You kicked their butt.
Yeah.
Did you have any conversation with them as you guys were walking up?
No, they were way behind us.
They were.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be playing in Williamsport, Pennsylvania?
Feels great. It's a dream come true. It's every kid's dream to play here, so it's very memorable.
What's the mentality going into tonight's game?
Hit where they're not.
Yeah.
Just hit where they're not, because that's what happened last game. We hit where they were, and it was hard hit balls, but still, we just got to hit where they're not.
All right, so back out here live in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. I had a chance to look at the Washington pitcher. He's a lefty, just like they faced against South Dakota, so back-to-back lefty pitchers go against this Lake Mary squad. But they seemed confident. You heard Jacob Bebo there, the outfielder. They're confident. They all seem poised. They're not letting these bright lights affect them, and I think that's so cool. Also, another plus to they have an advantage to tonight's game. They've played a game. Lake Mary's played a game. Washington has not. This is their first game. They might have a little bit more jitters than what Lake Mary has going on. Of course, time will tell, and we'll be here throughout the entire thing. But for now, reporting live in Williamsport, Justin Warmoth getting results. Back to you guys.
I just need to know where Jacob gets all that confidence, because as an adult lady person, I don't even have
His
that.
dad.
I mean, it's crazy.
He's got, as Ginger says, Riz. That's what she likes to call it. And I don't know if it's the Vipers or he almost seems like he's got, like, you know, sunflower seeds in his cheek or
I
something.
see a grown man talking to you, and I can see him playing in, you know, the World Series, the big World Series one day, just based on his demeanor, his stance, his attitude, his everything. Anyway, we love these kids, and we're so happy that you're getting a chance to be with them and bring us these stories, Justin. You're doing a phenomenal job.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to coming home, and we're not going to be coming home anytime soon if you guys are still there. We are here for the duration. So as long as Lake Mary, Florida is in this tournament, News 6 will be in Williamsport. Just want to break that news because we finalized it today.
I like that because we
yeah.
are ride or die fans.
Here we are.
All right,
Let's
Justin
ride.
Warmoth, looking
Thank
forward to
you.
some more coverage out there, my friend. Thank you.
All right, and you don't have to be in Pennsylvania to cheer on this incredible team. News 6's Troy Campbell is live at Friendly Confines in Lake Mary, the location for tonight's watch party. Troy.
Well, Ginger, they might get some of their confidence from how supportive their fans are. So here at Friendly Confines in Lake Mary, this has been where the official watch parties have been. We're still a little less than a half hour till first pitch, but you can see it's already filling up. Now, once the game starts, all eyes are going to be glued up on the TV, which are already showing the game that's prior. Now, we spoke with people about why it's so important that they all come out here and kind of explain the atmosphere. Take a listen.
And it's so nice to have kind of a home base here for the families and the friends who can't make it to Williamsport. And it's just been really excited to be all together as a league with friends and family to cheer our boys on.
Describe what it's like in here when everyone's into the game and it gets a little rowdy.
Oh, yeah. So last Wednesday, I think we scared some people because we were screaming at the top of our lungs. We're all so excited. It gets really loud in here. You feel the energy, you feel all the positivity, and hopefully the boys in Pennsylvania can hear it too.
And it's getting busier by the minute, and of course they want to scream loud enough so they can hear them in Williamsport. We will be here. Definitely is expected to be a close game, and we'll see how it all shakes out. Live in Lake Mary, Troy Campbell, Getting Results News 6.
Might be something like a Taylor Swift concert. They're going to cause a little earthquake out there in Lake Mary.
It's possible.
Troy,
I've never been to
thank you.
one, but I
Thank
would imagine
you, Troy.
that's how it is.
Again, tonight's game starts at 7 o'clock. They play the Washington State team representing the Northwest. Be sure to tune in to News 6 at 11. We'll have the results and the big moments from this game.
What's that team? Where are they from again?
Yeah, Washington State.
Puella?
You know, you're not even close. Just drop.
Wanted,
That's why we don't say it.
I just
man.
wanted to throw you under the bus, see
and,
if you could say
and
it.
look at you with the tracks on your back. All right, with the success of the Lake Mary All-Stars and the Little League World Series, we wanted to go back in time to 2005. It was a banner year for Central Florida and the Little League. A team from Maitland would go on to produce some MLB players, including Dante Bichette Jr.
But they weren't the only ones to represent Central Florida on the field that year. Orlando City Commissioner Robert Stewart was one of about 16 umpires who earned a spot to call the 2005 Little League World Series. News 6 anchor Lisa Bell had a chance to catch up with him earlier this week.
This is what my kids gave me to remember it by, and then of course
cool. When you walk into Orlando City Commissioner Robert Stewart's office,
the Sentinel did a full-page spread.
You might expect to see a lot of mementos from the City Beautiful.
This represents the Little League World Series pins that are there.
But here, you'll also find plenty of keepsakes from America's favorite pastime.
It's a big deal, and it's a big deal for a variety of reasons.
Stewart was selected to represent the Southeast region on Team Blue in 2005.
It's a big deal among your peers because everybody's trying to. If you're umpiring and you're good at it, you want to go to the next level, and the next level always eventually is Williamsport. The second reason it's a big deal is that you only can do Williamsport one time.
A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, a grand slam, you might say, in a 56-year career as a Little League volunteer umpire.
And you mentioned earlier you were the first person from Central Florida to umpire.
To do Williamsport.
Wow.
Yeah, it was top. And, the short story behind it was I'd put my name in for 10 years. And the rule is that if you don't get selected within 10 years, you're not going to get selected.
But on that 10th attempt, Stewart clinched a spot on the umpire roster, eventually working 9 games, including 2 behind the plate. He manned second base during the final game, a moment forever chronicled in Sports Illustrated.
This is a picture of the walk-off home run. I'm on second base, and the guy from Hawaii hits his home run, and I swear it was going to knock my head off. It was a line drive right over my head, and then I come back in, and my task at second base here is to do nothing but watch, make sure he tags the bag, and that's all I do. And here's a picture from Lomity Stadium looking down from the top. It was in the Sports Illustrated.
What would your advice be to the team from Lake Mary as they embark on this?
My advice is to enjoy it. They're going to want to go up there and they're going to want to win everything. And every team that's up there wants to win everything, and every team that's up there thinks they can. But when they come back, they ought to come back with a memory that says, this was fun.
That's insane. The fact that he has that stuff in his office, like Lisa didn't have to ask him to bring it there.
It was
It's
just
in
out
his office.
and about, something he's very proud of. People need to keep in mind, these umps, they're volunteers.
10 years he had to wait.
What? They just love it. Love getting yelled at by the parents, I guess. Most people dream about a worry-free retirement.
Yeah, but one retiree is out the door before most of us even wake up. But there is more to his morning walks than just a little exercise. We'll show you the simple thing he does that earned him this week's Getting Results Award.
And we're hitting the road once again, this time to the coast. We'll show you how you can submit your story ideas to us.
And an advisory you might have never thought of. Experts are urging you not to eat any pythons you may happen to catch. I know, there go your dinner plans. It's not illegal, just dangerous. We'll explain why.
All right, you're watching News 6 at 6:30. We are live on News 6 Plus. We're getting results for Avalon Park, Maitland, and all of Central Florida. We'll be right back.
How about Lake Mary?
Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
All right, here's a live look now over Daytona Beach from our Daytona Toyota DeLand Kia camera. We saw some folks out on the beach earlier today, but you know, you just have to be careful this weekend because they are saying that the rips are going to be pretty dangerous.
And you can see it out there.
Yeah, you can.
That
you
is
really can.
more significant than normal. Those white caps are more compacted and they seem to go out farther. I mean, that's very unscientific. I'm not a professional in white caps, but I am a professional looking at that camera because I look at it every single day.
Those white caps seem to be cappy.
Extra cappy.
I love it. It's perfect. That's exactly what you want to encounter at the week. White cappy, white caps.
Right.
Is that what it is? Yeah, and it's also fun to just sit here from the inside and watch the rip currents. You can catch them. Having elevation helps you spot those rip currents. That's why the guards are up on their tower.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That's what they're looking for. You can see those from the sky cam as well. So we're going to be watching for that, all because of Ernesto. Way out into the Atlantic.
Not even close to us.
Not even close. They're deadly all the time when the hurricanes are way out to sea. I think it was last year there was some fatalities off of North Carolina with a very similar situation with a hurricane going up and someone got caught in rip currents induced by that easterly wind. Temperatures right now, though, inland in Orlando, 88 degrees. We have an oh-so-nice breeze. Out of the east at about 10 miles an hour. Look at the beautifully blue skies. Just a couple of puffy clouds out there. That's a live look with our Light Orlando delivering Hope Skycam. We're back to the mid-80s in Daytona, 87 in Sanford. We're at 84 in DeLand. Winter Haven, we're checking in at 88. We are at 87 degrees in Kissimmee. Now here's a look at your dew point. Look at this. The dew point, remember this. This is the most important number when it comes to your comfort. We're typically in the mid to upper 70s for perspective for the entirety of the summer. We are back to the 60s tonight across a lot of Central Florida. Again, that's the dew point temperature. The lower the number, the more comfortable you are. Once you get into the 30s and 40s, it's really dry. So the 50s are the sweet spot. Not going to get there, not window opening by any means, but certainly a nice big bite has been taken out of the humidity. Now here's a look at your pinpoint accurate forecast.
Your forecast is sponsored by Florida Lottery.
And some of us will fall into the upper 60s tonight, mainly north of Orlando, but I would not be surprised if Geneva, we got into the 60s. Same for us into Lake Mary, 74 tonight. New Smyrna, notice we are warmer along the coast. That's because the water temperatures are hanging out in the 80s, of course, and we are kind of moderating a little bit with those temperatures closer to the warmer ocean. We're back to the low 70s in Leesburg tonight. Dew point, again, is going to stay on the lower side. Again, relatively speaking for August standards, it's very, very rare that we get a break like this in August, really before we get those big cold fronts coming later on in September and especially October. Back to the upper 60s Saturday and Sunday. Again, the dew point, not the temperature, not there yet. Back to the mid 70s, though, by Monday and for the rest of the week. So this break is going to be short-lived, so might be a good opportunity tomorrow to cut the grass before the sun comes up. It's going to feel great. Walking the dog or coffee on the porch tomorrow is going to be awesome. 87 in New Smyrna, 92 in Orlando. We're at 91 in Kissimmee, so it is still hot, but the humidity is going to be way down. Here is Ernesto. Unfortunately, Bermuda is going to take a direct hit from the Category 2 storm that continues to lift towards the north. We'll be thinking about them tonight. This will continue to lift and maybe head towards Nova Scotia and Newfoundland. Should stay to the east of Nova Scotia. Newfoundland will be on the lookout for that one. 92 tomorrow, 93 on Sunday. Also with that drier air, we are going to see mainly sunny skies both Saturday and Sunday. Just a few pop-up showers, mainly north of Orlando. Back to regularly scheduled programming, though, on Monday. You see it jumping back into the mid-90s. Rain chances go back up to 40%, and then we build on that from there, guys, for the rest of the work week.
All right, Jonathan, thank you. 4 years ago, the nonprofit Keep America Beautiful did a study that found an estimated 50 billion pieces of litter can be found along America's roads and waterways.
But this week's Getting Results Award winner is helping keep one stretch cleaner than most. News 6's Julie Broughton introduces us to one man who says we can all make a difference.
So we're on the corner of Chase Road and Winter Garden Vineland, about 7:30 in the morning.
Dan Muth starts his day before most of us are out of bed.
I'm doing my morning walk pretty much like every day.
The retiree has 5 miles ahead of him and a race against the unforgiving summer sun.
The doctor says it's a good idea. Get it done before the weather gets hot.
And while the early bird may get the worm, Muth has something else on his mind.
Comes in handy.
The retired nuclear engineer has been walking this route every morning for the last 3 years.
Good morning.
Picking up trash along the way.
Doing great. Have a great day.
Dan gets about 10,000 steps in before mid-morning. But I get the feeling he measures his walks by the number of bags he fills. This one was bursting at the seams.
I think we have enough space. Not much left. When I would get out, take a walk, it just, you'd see stuff, and I'd say, so I started just carrying a trash bag.
And for someone who spends just about every day picking up for others.
One time I picked up a bag of fresh diapers. That was lovely.
Dan doesn't do a lot of judging.
As a trained Christian theologian, I guess I'd say, on the one hand, the point of the gospel is not to make you a good citizen, but if it doesn't make you a good citizen, you're doing something wrong.
We are here with Betsy Middleton, and Betsy, we're so excited to talk to you today. You tell us Dan is doing a lot of things right, and you nominated him for our Getting Results Award, which is awesome because that's how we find out about people. So what were you thinking when you sent us that email?
This is just a little slice of goodness that I really thought all the viewers should see. It is these little things that make our community great, and the more we see of that, the more we emulate it, and we do the same.
Oh yeah, my favorite.
And that's what Dan is hoping for.
Fast food bags.
Until then, he's got this stretch of road covered.
There's going to be plenty of trash in the world, as we can see. And it doesn't hurt to pick some of it up. It's very, very simple. Just carry a trash bag when you walk.
Oh, we could be friends. We could be friends.
Absolutely. I don't like the idea of a fresh bag of diapers. That sounds about as disgusting as it gets.
But he did it.
He's a good man for cleaning that up for the rest of us.
100%. So if you know someone like Dan who is a little slice of goodness, we want to know about him. You can nominate someone you know by going to our website, clickorlando.com. You'll find the form under the menu tab. Go to the Contact Us link and remember to choose the Getting Results Award option. And you just might see them featured right here like you just saw Dan in the coming weeks.
Well, if you haven't heard, we've been taking our newscasts on the road, listening to your concerns.
Yeah, so far we've been to East Orange County, Sanford, Montbird, Kissimmee, and downtown Orlando. Melbourne, this is not a threat, it's a promise. You're up next.
Oh, it's a threat.
Before we bring you the news live from there next month, we want to know which stories you want us to cover, though. Go to clickorlando.com/hitstheroad right now and fill out our form. You can also take out your phone right now, scan the QR code, and click the link. That will take you directly to our Hits the Road page.
All right, let's take a look at what's trending right now on Central Florida's numero uno news website. It's clickorlando.com. Your social security number could be compromised. That's because of a data breach that impacted 2.9 billion accounts for 133 million people. But you can check and see if you were impacted in less than 2 minutes. We have that information available to you at clickorlando.com. It happens so much that we're not flabbergasted by it.
But that's a big one. I just assume I'm impacted.
And when they get your social security number, they can really do some damage.
You can open up a lot of stuff. And here are some other stories trending right over on clickorlando.com right now. An Orange County deputy who said he was speeding to impress a date will stay a free man. He was facing charges of street racing and reckless driving. Both charges have now been dropped. And everything we know about the roller coasters coming to Universal's Epic Universe and the groundbreaking technology helping to make it all happen. Our poll over on clickorlando.com as well is asking you to name your favorite roller coaster in Central Florida. We had like 12, and that didn't even begin to just skip. I love the Velocicoaster. That was really good.
Who took you on the Velocicoaster?
Your family.
I think that was the Austins. Yes, you had to
I
go
loved
on
it.
that
It was
thing.
good.
It's a fun one. All right, well, a strange health advisory involving pythons. Why experts are urging you, please, do not eat those snakes. Details next when News 6 at 6:30 continues. Also, don't jump off buildings. We're back with more obvious.
Don't play with fire.
Just 2 minutes.
Coming up on Monday, the push to hire more bus drivers in our largest school district.
The event Orange County is hoping will get results just days after announcing thousands of dollars in bonus cash up for grabs.
Plus your pinpoint weather and traffic every 10 minutes. We'll see you Monday for News 6 Morning starting at 5 a.m.
New tonight, a recent advisory from the State Department of Health. It is perhaps as Florida as it gets.
Now, when you look at this thing, is your mouth watering?
No.
Are you just feeling like, man, I got to get me some of that in my belly? According to FWC's website, the health department recently issued a do not consume python advisory. FWC says pythons removed from the Everglades and tested have high mercury levels. That's why you shouldn't eat them.
Yeah. Okay.
Not because it has to be disgusting. Mercury poisoning is rare in the U.S., but high levels can damage your gastrointestinal tract, your nervous system, your kidneys. Yeah, mercury is not good for you. This advisory is timely because Florida's annual Burmese Python Challenge is winding down right now. Snake hunters competing to catch the most pythons, and whoever does it gets 10 grand. Remember, these pythons are invasive, they pose a danger to our ecosystem, and they threaten native wildlife. It's okay to root against them. The challenge ends at 5 o'clock.
And they taste just like chicken, so.
Do they?
No, I have
I
no
don't think
idea.
they do. I've never met someone who's eaten them.
You got
No,
me.
I've talked to people. I don't remember what they said it tasted like, but there are people who
We
eat
did
them.
talk to that python hunter down in the Everglades who had eaten it.
Yeah,
and he
but-
didn't recommend it.
Yeah. He didn't
Okay.
say it tasted like chicken.
Take his word for it.
Yeah. we will
All right,
too.
Jonathan Kagas, what's going on?
It's fantastic. Get outside tonight. Plan an evening, maybe dinner on the patio tonight, dinner outside. We rarely get a break like this in August in terms of the humidity. Enjoy it. It's
Sold.
It's coming
You don't
back
have to
on
tell me
Monday.
twice. Hey, thanks for watching News 6 at 6:30 tonight.
Good night.
See you at 11.